ladies and gentlemen, we are live. No, this match is today. This match is today, gentlemen. Less invasive, less disruptive. Commentary is now live. Correct. Okay, so let's see if this thing shows. Okay. Same thing. Alright, waiting for the games, gentlemen. Waiting for the games. In the meantime, checking out if there are new club membership guys who want to join the club. Thank you. Alright, we see another lead chess patron, so that's good. Am I missing anybody? It's regular. Nathan, Jeffrey, so. Recognize names. Wait, that was the wingman. There is a wingman. Okay. And they should be starting very soon. So let's see. Okay, don't remember Ben Bomb guy. Don't remember Ben Bomb guy. Alright, so that should be good for now. Все, спасибо, солнышко. Alright, let's see if the games are up on chess.bump. Because they should be playing. It should be now, so there are no games here. And we are waiting. All games start 17 UTC, and they should be there. Uh, 12:11 to 12:12. We see that there's a whole bunch of commentators, right? Chess.com, 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 Chess.com. So they play 90 minutes 5+1, 60 minutes of 3+2, and 30 minutes of 1+1. So that means 1990. That means 3 hours. These guys are playing for 3 hours. So that should be the December 11, which is today. Carlsen versus Vashina Graf, right? That's correct. 18 hours European Central Time. And where is the match? Oh, there you go. There is the match. Yes, but I clicked on it and there are no games. What is going on? Tomorrow's the final of the Speed Championship. Well, there is nobody here, Mr. Matt Pons, so you probably are the only one here among the pawns. And we're the pawn grabbers. There is nothing here. Nothing. Let's see if the chat.com actually showed the translation of the events. What is the Chess TV showing right now? Chess TV. Probably some Advertising first, yes. Stick around, okay. Really low volume, again. Seriously? Microsoft, okay. Why is it low? Why is it low? Give me a second. And well, the level is 60. I can put it to higher if you want. Alright, let me try the OBS. Yeah, because the OBS is the maximum. OBS is maximum here, the volume. Alright, I can put it a little bit more. Is this better? Is this better? Hi, Andromeda. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Leslie. Hello. Can you guys hear me well? Hello? The microphone level should be better. Is it? Can somebody say? Good evening, Mr. Ivanov. Спасибо. Alright, so the Chess Kids is the Chess.com show. They're doing the advertising. Andromeda, yeah, is for the better, or is it good audio? Hello, Mr. Cajun. A bit better? A bit is a bit or better, like really made a difference? Anybody knows? Alright. Well, I don't see the first game yet here. They should show the first game. There's no first game here. So we're looking at this. I got 4 advertisements. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Audio is good. Как удалось так похудеть? Меня жена посадила на диету. Она обо мне очень заботится. Так. Alright, guys. The question was about my... I used to be very heavy. I used to be like 110 kilos, which was about 230 pounds. But now I'm back to 85, maybe. Andrei, привет, как дела? Yes. Hi, Mr. Juan. Who do you root for? I root for Vasily Graf, of course. I mean, that's a given because he is French and I live in France, yes. Alright, so is it done yet? Yeah, they should be. They have a Bullet Open Championship. My God, Bullet. They really want to kill. Okay, so these guys are finally here, and guys, see the screen, right? So these gentlemen are here. Let me put my mug somewhere where you can see it. So you can see the TV show and you can see their faces. I don't have the sound on because, you know, I don't really want to listen to the commentary. I think I'm doing a pretty good job myself. Ну, не знаю. Alright, so... Okay, so Maxim actually grew a beard, yeah? And they both have a beard. They both have a beard. Okay, great. I think Legraf was slightly older, yeah? Alright, and the games have started. Where is the game? Here. I don't see the game. Do they show me streaming? Probably not. Yes, they don't show me streaming. That's interesting. That's interesting. Even though I do have lead chess and everything which is required. Alright, that's fine. Alright, let me turn down this music a little bit. And there are no games. One game. Okay, there it is. One game. Alright, so it's Grunfeld's. Queen a4 is unusual. This is really unusual. So probably something that Magnus prepared. You look at Magnus' face, and he's looking like, okay. Actually, we can probably use this board. I mean, we should probably use this board. Guys, you okay with that? Let me put it up a little bit so that it doesn't constrict the view. You guys are okay with using this board? He's older by 1 month. Ah, okay. Alright, so we're gonna use this board so you guys can see their faces, right? Okay. So what's going on? Besides, you can see some lines and variations that the annotators show on the top board, right, above the match. So that's fine. Magnus just woke up. Alright, so this is pretty famous line. It's basically from my game against Topalov, where Topalov played Queen C2. And except Black has, I think, a tempo up on this. And in the game, so is D5 played. And after 95, White is considered to be better here. So I'm wondering where Le Graf will play. He played knight b4, makes more sense to me. Because Black wants to play knight a6 and then c6 or e6. Yes, that's the idea. This is correct. Okay. So, White... the problem for Black is where to put this knight on b4. Because if knight goes to a6, White can actually take the knight on a6 with the bishop and ruin Black's pawn structure. At the cost of pair of bishops, you know, but Black's actually permanently destroyed. So a4 is a serious possibility, with the idea of meeting a3 with knight a6, right? All right, but I cannot really show you arrows, guys, right? So let's show you some arrows. Okay. So a5 is played again because you need to put the knight here so the rook protects it, right? I fully expect White to play a3 anyway because this knight is very strong here. And Black does want to play e6 or c6 and undermine the structure because White king is still stuck in the center. So, obviously knight a6 now is the question. Will White play bishop e3 followed by rook d1, try to hold on to the pawn? Or he will just simply take this knight and try to castle and play for a small advantage. I would say that both moves are highly plausible. So if you guys want to see the faces, then just let me know. Alright, just write in channel and then I'll click back on the faces. Alright, so what does the computer think about this position? I think, yeah, Black is fine. Yeah, because White is really behind in the development. I mean, like, really behind. So we probably should say that Mavel has solved his opening problems, and Magnus is not very happy. He is thinking, and bishop g5 is played to prevent e6. However, I think that knight c5 can be really strong now. And I'm not sure about the bishop c3 line, because I don't think you should really give this bishop. But if it works, right, if Black plays f5, I think Black is just better here. And I think f5 actually looks very interesting here. Immediately. Of course, the computer takes on c3 first, and then f5, which is much stronger, tactically. Because then White's entire pawn chain is gone, right? So, alright, where is this arrow? So bishop c3 does indeed look strong. And if you play 5 immediately, then you have to watch for e5. Bishop g4 is... See, one wrong move, and it's already advantage to White, yeah? Because you allowed White a tempo to play rook d1 and protect the pawn. So it is one tempo, and White is better. So this bishop g4 was a really bad move. Yeah, you do have this tendency to try to develop your pieces when you're at the top level, right? But You see, black is really behind with these pawns, and now he's sort of stuck. You don't see the white king flank? We see your head. Ah. You see my head. What do you mean you don't see? My head is not covering the white flank. What are you talking about? But okay, I see what you mean. Okay. All right, let's put it here, yeah. All right, is this better? Sorry. All right, I'm trying to make it look like it works in both. All right, this way I cover Maxim's face a little bit, yeah. All right. And yeah, so Maxim misplayed it, so it basically took one move. Bishop chief, okay, wait. It took a4 move. It took this move. You cannot play so slow. This is very, very slow. You have to be really thinking about f5 and undermining this right away, because you have lead on development. You have to use it. Because if you play very slow, then black is just worse. Gf3 is first line. c5 with the idea of sacrificing a pawn is really not something. Queen h3 makes a lot of more sense. But now black can play c5 because queen takes on c6, yeah? Because if black plays c5 and manages to put the knight on d4, black's fine. Yes, I got it. I got it. Thank you, guys. In lead chess, you had covered the board. Yes, better? All right. Yeah, because this is now both on chess.com, yeah, right? Yes, and it's still, yeah, h5 is coming, pair of bishops, white king is very safe on f1, right? Because these pawns and these bishops are monsters. They protect the white king and they help attack the black king, right? So we expect to take on e6 because otherwise your center is blocked, right? And black will just play f5 or h5. And knight d4 is of course the main threat. So white probably has to deal with this by taking on e6. And I don't know about knight b5 though. I don't know about knight b5. Knight b5 looks like computer move. I mean, it is a very strong move, but knight b5 immediately. Well, this move does prevent knight d4. I think it forces black to play rook c8. Because if he plays e6 immediately, see, there is a difference between these rooks, right? That rook or this rook. He wants to leave this rook here so he can play f5 and potentially this rook can play in the f file. But again, c5 probably has to be played. That's correct. And then go for the trade here. Yeah, I think that seems pretty normal. That looks normal, but I don't know. c5, dc5, queen c6, queen c6, and then after rook c6. Oh, but this cannot be good, because after hg6, this file is open, right? It takes only one check along this file for white basically to win the game. So we're looking at d6, and if c d6, then probably queen moves somewhere with the idea of taking on d5 and queen d5 check, right? So that really is very, very strange. Yeah, so queen d3 does look quite similar. Alright, and rook g1 also looks very strong, yeah. Okay, but white has a huge time advantage. I don't know if you guys can see the time. It shows 50 seconds for white, yes, and 21 seconds for black. Questions? So again, much superior position for white. Pair of bishops, black king is much weaker, white king is very safe. Again, pair of bishops very, very strong. Did my Firefox just crash? Yeah, I think it did crash. Okay. Alright, let's go back. game. And what did I miss? So d6, queen d3, correct. And black resigns, yeah? Okay. Alright. Yeah. So Magnus, can we have some chocolate? No, you cannot have my chocolate. This is very good chocolate. I'm not gonna give you this chocolate, it's my chocolate. So basically, in the first game, black lost because he played a4. He wasted one tempi. Okay? And then he didn't find c5, c6 break. Instead he opened his king, and white just murdered him with the pair of bishops, yeah? Alright, bishop d2. No, we don't go to the second game, we go to this game. I don't know, I swear, sometimes my computer has a mind of its own. It switches things by itself. I suspect there's something is going on. Something is going on with my computer, but I can't put my hand on it. Well, standard, right? Knight goes to c5, and then bishop e6, and black wants to put the knight on e6. This is the reason why the bishop is on c8, so you can play bishop e6 now. Then you have to worry about b4, but after bishop a2, bc5, bishop e6, cd6, cd6. I don't know how weak will be this pawn on b5. I'm not sure. I was talking about this line, right? I mean, black can probably play knight a4 here, but I was talking about this principal line here, this. And exactly how weak is this pawn after bishop b4, right? I don't know. It might be potentially weak, but black does have a pair of bishops, so black might be okay. But instead we see that b4 was played, right? And bishop c4, but I don't like this pawn on b4 a little bit. I mean, black will have to play bishop e6, trade this bishop, play knight e6, and then c5, right? He needs to connect these pawns. He needs to connect these pawns, c and b pawn, I mean. Alright, c6 been played. Why am... Alright, actually I like this. d5 is coming, yeah? d5 is coming. So maybe bishop c4 is not that really great. Maybe this move was not so great. Yeah, because d5 is coming with a tempo, yeah? And he doesn't have d4 because the black just grabs here. Well, I think maybe he was thinking about it, because if he played d4... But the problem is the bishop is hanging, and white doesn't have knight e5 because of queen d2, right? So that seems to be the problem. Oh, knight e5. Ooh, a tactical melee is coming. Alright, let's see their faces. Yeah, I think black should take the bishop. You should definitely take the bishop, because if queen c7, then you take on d5, and then there is d4 coming, right? Protecting the knight indirectly. So we're looking at the c4 line. Strongest point of FFL. His strongest point is when he has initiative. He is a very dangerous player. Okay, so he's calculating. Queen c7 played, correct. Promote. Okay. And g4, but black has a pair of bishops. I think the pair of bishops in this position should be slightly better for black. Although white does have a center, right? He'll have this very, very strong center. And he has open files for the rooks, and he does have queen and knight. Not so easy. Not so easy. This is not easy. I think black has to play bishop b6 and bishop c7, try to provoke some weaknesses here. If any pawn moves, then bishop or knight comes somewhere. That will be helpful. Not in the last game. See, he was trying to be very active, to defend actively in the last game, and that sort of backfired, right? The idea behind rook d8 is to develop the bishop back to f8 and potentially put him along this file or along this file. All right. I mean, bishop e7 is also looking possible later, but again, I think bishops are really best placed when they're like from afar. Yeah, they're not hindering any lines. They're standing just way back and just pouring this this fire from the way behind. All right, f3 allows bishop d6. This is inaccuracy, right? He really allows bishop d6 because there is no e5. So this is inaccurate. I think after bishop d6, white is forced to move one of his pawns, which I don't think is good for white. All right. If you don't stop with the chocolate, you will ruin your weight loss. Don't worry. My wife keeps a good eye on the amount of chocolate that I am allowed to eat. All right. Yeah. Don't worry. It's not like I'm eating the whole plate of chocolate today. Yeah. I usually don't. Maybe like a half a plate. Или что? Yeah, so I got 4 little things, right? And that's it. Okay, so I don't understand why my computer is fanning again. Why he's fanning? Here's my Kaspersky. All right. Yes, but g6 is, giving potentially the white knight some squares. You see, Mavel is trying to create some attack, and Magnus really misplays it, yeah? Instead of taking here, after hg3, bishop g3, maybe knight g3, knight f4. I don't understand. What was the difference here? Why can't you just take this? Because of this. Okay, and knight f4, king g1. Knight d3, right? So you have to play king h2. And then rook h8 is coming. So that seems to be the problem. Okay. So instead he played queen b2. And what's the difference here? Can you do the same thing? But the difference is that the rook is here, yeah? This is the difference, guys. This is a very important difference. I see. Okay, so only the computer can explain this shit. Bishop d7. Alright, let's see. I'm curious. Yeah, they don't show my name on Lichess anymore. Alright, they don't like me because of all the drama with the suspicious characters and all that stuff. Alright, I got it. I got it, guys. Okay. So queen b6, h3 check. I'm not sure why you need this check. Why not queen b6 first? Yeah. Okay, but they down 2 seconds. They down 2 seconds. Magnus maintains. Oh, but he should have taken this pawn. Yes, you don't leave this pawn alive, guys. You definitely never leave this pawn alive. He was probably afraid of this. Yeah, he was probably afraid of queen e2, but I don't think that works because king h4, right? You don't have to go to g3. So that should not be a worry. But now black is definitely better, because if this pawn is alive, this king is going to be really wide open. Yeah? This king is wide open, guys. Magnus really hates this position. We can see it. Right, so queen a1, anything, whatever, but knight f4 is coming, right? Knight f4 is coming with the threat of knight d3. White seems to be in trouble. Queen a1 looks the most logical solution by the computer, trying to maybe trade the rooks. Get the second rook to b2. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. So that's what happens when you allow... Okay. And e5. Okay. Alright, so this is lost, yeah? This is just lost because... Oh, he missed knight g3, but still. Okay, but he has to find queen h6, queen f4 transfer. This looks also good. Queen b1. White has only 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 pawns for the... Yeah, only 3 pawns, and then rook b1 is coming. So, yeah, so this doesn't look good. For Magnus, if rook f2, then rook b1 check, right? So white is completely lost. He's still playing. Right, resigns. Resigns. Oh, no resign. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and the queen is gone. All right, nice comeback by the Leon Beast. I told you guys, one of his strongest points is when he's having an initiative. You hate watching Maxim as a French person. You're always disappointed. That's the wrong attitude, sir. You should not look at the results. I understand as the fan you like the results, but you should root for the person you like, regardless of his result. That was a very good game by Maxim, actually. He basically explained why, and I like this. This is like exactly like my game against Topalov, where Topalov had this queen on a3, and I had the knight on b4. And I had that game in 2011 Candidates match in Kazan, and I actually managed to win this game with black. It was such a pleasure to play this game and completely squeeze my opponent and then obliterate him. All right, so these two guys, if we have Andromeda, thank you. Thank you, Andromeda. Thank you for banning these guys. Thank you for watching out. All right, h5, knight a6. I suspect this all been analyzed by Maxim. Yes, and then it's definitely better when the second knight goes to b4. Black wins the tempo. Yeah. So if e4, then you can even take on c3 and take on e4, right? So white doesn't even have e4. And the knight's coming to b4, followed by a4 potentially. Yeah. So we're looking maybe at knight d5 here, followed by bishop d2 or something. Or queen b3 first, which will be probably followed by knight b4 anyway. Or maybe knight b6 with idea of a4. Yeah, so this is interesting. This is interesting. So Magnus is thinking, and Vasily Graf is... he knows this position, he analyzed it. So we're looking the question, what is white going to do with this queen, right? You spend 2 tempies, important tempies in the opening to play this pawn to h5, which basically is idea to prevent black king from castling on the short side, right? And but at the cost of the development. White has no central control, he has no e4 played. He wants to play e4, but right now he can't because black's gonna take the knight and then he's gonna take the pawn. So the question now for black, is he gonna play knight b6? No. Queen d6 is played. And I like this move, potentially with the idea of queen b4, but also with the idea of castling long side. Queen d6 is actually a very, very popular move in the Grunfeld defense, because white is sort of, black is sort of leaving the d8 square for the rook, so you can apply pressure on this pawn potentially, but also because the queen can move to b4 square. Again, try to chase white queen away from here, but also develop. Black, again, has a superior development. 4 pieces versus 2 minor pieces, right? And white is nowhere near close, playing e4. h6, okay, with idea bishop f6, knight e4, but then queen b4 check. Again, h6 is more like a scary idea, potentially to put this bishop on f6, so you can later play e4, e5, or try to. It's not going to be easy. But I think the idea is bishop f6, knight e4, queen b4 check, bishop d2. So I think that's the line, okay? That's what white wants to do. Force black to take here, and then... But then knight b4. Alright, maybe this knight b4, right? But then you have knight f6 check. Probably take with the pawn. And then rook c1 or e4. I don't think e4 is possible, you have to play rook c1. And then black will just play castles and rook e8. And this position is extremely unclear to me. I think probably equal because, again, the knights are very powerfully placed. If black can get f5, f6 in, he would be okay. Alright, so e4. Okay. So that's the second idea. If black takes on c3, you have e5 here. Alright, so, but e4. Interesting. Let's promote this line. And the computer doesn't like a4. Yeah, he thinks black is just lost. Okay, so maybe queen d6 was not the best move. Yeah, the computer suggests queen d7 instead. Because after h6, e4, black is just lost after queen c2. Yeah, you probably have to take, and then e5, and then you take here, and then the problem is this bishop, he is nowhere to go, right? He's nowhere to go, gentlemen. So Maxim got outplayed in the opening. Guys, this is very, very rare when you see somebody lose, somebody having lost position basically after 13 moves. Yeah, this is very rare, guys. Well, I don't know. Is something wrong with my title? Maybe. Let me check. But I think my title shows leechess.org. See, it says leechess.org, right? There is this leechess.org thing which they require. I'm doing the commentary in chess.com Speed Championship. Probably they don't like that I have chess.com also, but I think they don't mind. I usually used to have both tags in it, so I'm not sure. Alright, so Magnus missed the win by not playing e5 here. He missed the win. He should have played e5, and then it's basically forced win. Instead, he took here, and now he is better, but he's not winning. Yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing, guys. I mean, it's very easy to forget about e5 intermediate move, but it exists, right? And you see, black just loses a minor piece. Black just loses a minor piece, guys. Yes, this is unbelievable, but it's true. All right. And after e5, okay, take looks correct. And then we have everything under the sun, including potentially taking on e5. And then this bishop is going to this diagonal, right? It looks very, very scary. Looks very scary. Yeah, but this allows ed4 and queen e7. That's true. And that's no longer clear. The computer suggested here bishop e3, followed with idea of d5, c4, play positionally. But rook d1 is the human move. But of course, it's he has to find this ed4 and queen e7, which I think he can find it. He did, very good. And now this is unclear again, because this bishop is very, very strong. Black has a pair of bishops, and white still has to do something about that. And now it's no longer winning for white. Guys, this is amazing, alright? These are strongest players in the world. And white has missed a win. A clear win, guys. Hello, Mr. the White Knight. Hi. Surprising to see ML struggling in the Grunfeld. Yes, but he didn't look at Queen A4 line probably in a long time. So 95 I like. This is sort of the decision to mix things up a little bit and try to force black to give up this bishop so white can play bishop b2 and open this diagonal, right? Because see, if black, and the bluff paid off because now white has a very strong knight on e5. Very strong knight on e5, potentially with knight g4 coming. But I suspect it's probably really should be knight f3. And c5, he misses rook b1. And now black is in a big problem. Yeah, black is trying to utilize white's lack of time, but I don't think this is the right way to go about this. Yeah, I think c5 was very, very strange move, to be honest. I think if he played a little bit slower, he would refine the rook e6 maneuver, right? Trying to bring the rook into the game. Because after c5, rook b1, this bishop is now in a really bad spot. Yes, exactly. Rook a5, but after bishop d2, what is going on? Game over, yeah. Yeah, it's game over because queen e5, f4, and e5. Oh, that's. But then if e5, yeah, but if queen g5, you have to, you don't have e5 because the bishop c6, f4, queen f4, ef6, rook e1, rook e1. Actually, you do, right? So I think, oh, queen c1 is, yeah, but no. What was wrong with e5? D3 first, okay. Yes, but now black is able to survive because he grabs this, he puts the bishop on c6. Oh my god, why you play bishop a6? Crazy! Bishop c6 is the most natural square for the bishop, right? Okay, I understand he wants to play d3, but this is crazy. Yeah, because I think the bishop should be on c6, of course, protecting these two pawns. Alright, but if he managed to play d3, maybe he's okay. Which I really doubt it because of queen d1, right? Queen d1 attacking both pawns, but he has to see it. Not easy. And white lost on time, gentlemen. White lost on time. Alright, not bad. Yeah, but you see what happens when you not winning, right? He had an absolute chance to win the game, Magnus. He had a chance to win this game. He had a chance to win a whole minor piece, and he didn't, right? That's what happens. That's what happens. You don't win the game, and you allow your opponent to get away, and you don't calculate. Of course, he had seconds on his clock, but still, he should be able to find stuff, right? Okay. 2-minute time advantage for black. Check your configuration on Lee Chess. All right, let's check configuration. What is the... I don't know. It looks okay. I don't see what's wrong with my configuration there. Alright, so what did we miss? We missed knight f4. And the question is, usually we know this position with the white pawn on d4, yeah? But this time the pawn is on d3, which allows for knight c4, bishop e3, a little bit more room for maneuvering. And white wants really to play bishop f4. Really want to kick this bishop out first. And if black trades, now white has not only a superior structure, but also the pair of bishops. Although black is going to play bishop d5 potentially, yeah? Very interesting play by white, using the pawn on d3 to give support to the knight on e4 square, yeah? So very interesting idea by white. This is a new approach, guys. I've never seen this before. Maybe, okay, it's new, maybe it's not new, maybe it's only new for me, but I've never seen this before. I like this, interesting idea by white. are not a TV streamer option, if I'm not mistaken. What? I don't understand what you're saying, man. You should be only having the leadchess.org in the title of your stream to have them search for it and be active. And be placed on leadchess. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. But it's okay. Alright. The plan is f5. And queen c7 back. Then probably c4. But the question is, can black take on b2 here? Yep. That's what I thought. Computer likes taking on b2. Yeah, but that's computer, right? That's computer. He likes taking pawns like that. But after c4, black is fine. Because black just takes this knight. And plays either knight e5 or knight c5 and attacks this pawn formation. So black is equal. Because these pawns are doubled, but white center is not really that great. And bishop e6, I think, is playable, but I'd probably take on e4. Maybe he was afraid of pawn taking on e4. But then with the double pawns like this, white doesn't really have advantage. And now it's advantage for white for sure. Because it's clear 4 versus 3 here. And black has no compensation, I think. Alright, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So far, the score is 2-1 for Vasily Graf, right? Okay. You never seen queen c7 on move 3? Yeah, but this is different system, guys. This is d3 system, right? It's not d4. And d3 system has become very popular only lately. Only lately it has become popular. Alright, since I'm gonna try to cover this whole, commentate this whole event, not event, today's part of this event, I'll have to take it slow, guys. Yes, thank you for following, Mr. Gregory. Okay. So queen c2. White has to play d4 some points. He has to play d4. And I think white is going for d5 maybe, yeah? I'm not sure about this knight d2. I think knight c3 is more logical, because then you have ability to play knight d2 and also support this pawn. But knight d2 has been played so fast, probably with the idea of knight f3 protecting the pawn so the bishop can move. But black is definitely going to play g5 and go for f4. So, questions, yeah? Questions. So bishop f4 looks interesting. Trying to hit this queen first. Queen c8, right? Knight f3, and then knight e4. Knight goes here. Alright, so I think it's pretty equal, yeah. Pretty equal. The question is whether this pawn can be used or abused by white, and I don't see how. And bishop d6, correct. Black just wants to play f4. And maybe bishop c1, bishop b2. I think that looks logical, yeah. Put the bishop so he can protect the square. Can put this diagonal. Maybe bishop. Yeah, that's what I would probably play. I would play bishop c1. Yeah, that's the third line. Yeah, bishop c1 was the third line. You like black here? Plenty of counterplay? Yes, I like black too. 95. Interesting. Interesting positional pawn sacrifice. But knight g4, yeah? Knight g4 attacking the bishop and attacking the pawn. And the question, what is white going to do? Because black might simply grab this pawn with the knight. The computer says bishop f4. Provoke g5 and then just sacrifice this pawn for the greater good. Queen c3 I don't like. I think black is already better now. Yeah, black is definitely better here after c5. He has the line. Rook d7, followed by rook d8. Advantage black, guys. Advantage black. Maxim misplayed this game. He was, see, he has been trying to be very active, but at the same time he was trying to play safe. That doesn't work. Bishop f1 with idea of rook d3 probably has to be played. Probably has to be played. Or b4 first, right? b4, black doubles, you play bishop f1, cover the square. Probably okay. Probably okay. Probably okay. Yeah. Alright, I think they still don't show me on leechess.org. Yeah, they don't show me. Let me try to remove the chess.com parts. Yeah, I'm a little bothered by that too, I have to admit. I'm a little bit bothered. A little bit bothered by this. Alright, so let's do the chess.com. Let's remove it. See if that works. Alright, so rook d3 has been played. Yeah, but still, black takes, play c5, put the rook on t4, b6, right? Advantage black. I mean, then he can, after rook d4, he can play f4, and then this pawn becomes really weak. Becomes really weak. My general feelings towards Caro-Kann, I don't like Caro-Kann for black. I used to play it. But I haven't looked at it in the recent years. a4 allows bishop c2, bishop e2, followed by exchanges, and black is actually... Ooh! A b3 has to be played, queen b3, and then why did Magnus just give a whole queen for this? I don't understand this. I think he missed that his rook is hanging, yeah? Oh, but Magnus is always behind on time, guys. You see Maxim, he has 1 minute and 20 seconds versus 28 seconds by Carlsen. Okay, Magnus just wants to make a draw, yeah? He set up this fortress, and he's just gonna play g5, king g7, just chill out. Because bishop and rook, they are basically unmovable. Alright, so this is gonna be a draw, guys. Of course, the only person who is playing for a win here is white. And it's a question, can he win this game or not? I think it's probably just a fortress, right? Because rook and bishop is a fortress. And white has to try to pick on some targets, like this pawn on g5. Whether he'll be successful, I don't know. So, again, black has less time and worse position, but maybe he can build the fortress. I don't know. Of course, white is better, yeah. Yes, I'm not listed as a streamer, I know that. I'm not listed as a streamer, what? The streamers, what do you have? Alright. Configuration problem. I'm not listed as a streamer. Ah, they removed my streaming rights. Really? They removed my streaming rights. I see. I see. So Lee Chess removed my streaming rights. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Alright, he just blundered king f6, so yeah. So what happened? If f e6, then how did he lose the pawn? Oh, he played rook d5 instead of bishop d5 here. Yeah, bishop d5 just draws because you put the rook on e6. But then the pawn is hanging. Yeah, but rook e6, bishop e4 still a draw. And he played rook d5 and he blundered this. Yeah. So Lichess removed me as a streamer quietly without saying anything. Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right. It's not my problem. This is the Sicilian with bishop c4. Yes, that I am playing this with white usually, but black is fine here. Okay. Well, they should have said something at least before removing me. Yeah. As a streamer. I guess they don't want to be associated with such a controversial streamer, I guess, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is very strange. I hope it's a bug. I hope it's not intentional, because if it is intentional, then I'll take it as an insult. Streaming is all about the freedom of speech and rights, right? And calling things the way you see it. There can be a difference of opinion, right? But if there is, if it is valid, right? And I usually, well, I'm being very controversial. I'm being very vocal about the potential unfair play in chess, right? But I usually do so only when there is legit reason to do that, in my opinion, right? But you know, just because of that, I think that would be very unfair. Then that would change my opinion of this Lichess thing, to be honest. If that's the case, I really hope it's not the case. Yeah. Well, considering this is the this is non-for-profit organization, right? Considering it's French-based, and France is all about the, you know, France is all about freedom of speech, guys. Now, they were the guys who gifted the USA the Statue of Liberty in the first place for the people, right? So that would be kind of ironic if the French server would deny me streaming rights based on my, you know, speech thing. That would be kind of very ironic. I really hope it's not the case. I really hope it's a bug, but I'm not gonna reply for it. They have to fix it. I mean, I didn't quit my streaming rights. I assumed that I was streaming all the time. They know I'm streaming, right? So... I mean, I've been a streamer before, I don't get it. Maybe it's a bug, hopefully. No, they don't need to pay me, but they just, you know, just, yeah. Alright, Maxim was getting killed here. So, take on h8 and play rook f8 probably, yeah. But white is undoubtedly better because white has 2 extra pawns. 2 extra pawns is a lot. I don't think you should take on f2, because if you take on f2, that rook g8 is going to be a killer, right? Rook g8 and rook f1. So you have to take on h8, or yeah, okay, or play queen d7, right? Or something like this. And try to attack the pawn on g4. Although after rook takes f8, obviously you have to take on f8 with the rook, right? So the queen is also potentially going to b5, but I don't think you should allow bishop e6, e5. If that bishop goes to f5, then white's probably... maybe it's not so clear, yeah. Actually, this bishop is probably much stronger on this diagonal. But white's problem is that this queen is not coming anywhere. So f3, and what is the plan for white? What is the white's plan? It's not so easy to find a plan for white. Not so easy. Queen g7. Trying to force the trade. Yeah, but okay, but black is still stuck with the passive play here. I think black is stuck with the passive play here. Yeah, I think now you can actually take on f8 and play bishop e6 and put this bishop on f5. Yeah, this is kind of strange. All right. I'm not sure who to write about this, so if you guys can ask, it'll be nice. No, it has nothing to do with the chess.com and Lee Chess. I used to have both tags in the title, and Lee Chess would recognize it, and they would put me as the streamer there, but it's just something that happened maybe like a week ago or something, because it started only like a week ago. I noticed that I wasn't streaming on Lee Chess anymore. Queen h6. This looks like a draw now. This looks like a draw, guys. Yeah, this looks like a draw. However, if white king can go by this route to d5, maybe this is not a draw. Right, guys, so I think this might be not a draw. Bishop c8, a6, right? And then king walks around. But then, of course, black plays bishop c1 first, right? So a6, but bishop c1 now. Yes, it's important to block white king from reaching the squares. White can still play c4 and go with the king to b5, right? But then the king will go to c7. So this might be a problem. Take, b5. No, okay. Yeah, b5, and then bishop c5 and king g5, just a draw. All right, guys, this is a draw because there is no way for white to break through. Bishop c5, king g5, and bishop protects everything, and king blocks the dark square, so this is a draw. Yeah, fantastic defense by Maxim. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. The score is 2-2. I'm not sure. Why is the score 2-2? Wait, Maxim won the first game, right? No, Maxim lost the first game, but then... Oh, he lost the second game too. Oh, wait. Okay. I see. I thought it was him playing this position. Alright, but this is a draw, guys. Why are you playing? I don't understand. Because the bishop goes to c5. the king goes to d5, then you play d4 something. So if you take and play king f4 back and bishop b6, it's just dead draw now. Why are you playing this? Bishop c5, and then king g5. Why are you giving him this pawn? Why? What? What is going on? Why is black playing like this? Ah, okay, because just a draw, yeah? Alright, just bishop e3, bishop d4 draw. Okay. Alright, so it's a draw anyway. So we have yet another Caro-Kann. You're streaming on the chess. Well, apparently I'm not streaming anywhere now. I mean, I can still stream. It just doesn't show me in the list of streamers. Yes, but I think they know, because you know it's been like a week since I've been online on Chess, right? And they know I'm online every day. I'm pretty sure they know. And the fact that my name is not showing on the streams is just probably tacit approval that that's right. Let's muzzle Gata, right? So that he doesn't bring negative attention, right, to create problems. That's my understanding of the situation. All right. Let's see this. Bishop e3, e6. Okay. Yeah, I hope they respond, because if they don't respond, then yeah, I'll be surprised, you know, because in general I thought Chess was very liberal server, very liberal server. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Miras. Alright, I think black is better now. Yeah, I think Faché is a little bit tilted here. So what happened? He played queen c7, knight c3, and then black takes. Then Magnus just plays bishop g4 and goes for the structure, right? He just develops. Because white plays timidly, yeah? If the pawn was on d4, white would be fighting for the center. But in this case, you know, it's just equal. Because black has no problems with the develop. His structure is solid. And black is even going to try to play for a win by castling long sides, yeah? He's gonna go for g5, f5 maybe. I don't know about this castling. I don't know. This is pretty ballsy move. Yeah, this is the move like saying, okay, hit me with your best shot, right? Like guys, remember the Kill Bill, the scene where the you know, the main heroine, the Black Mamba, she was just before her fight in Japan with the boss lady, yeah. No, during the fight, right? Remember, she got cut, and then this girl was the boss of the Japanese mafia, yeah. She said, like, you know, still American girls playing with the swords and stuff. So this girl gets up and says, you know, attack me, yeah, attack me. So like, I'll show you how I can defend, so you don't make such jokes. Yeah, so this is what looks like to me. But you know, asking Maxime Legrave, giving him a clear target, right? White has strategic advantage in the addition to the attack, because knights are stronger than the bishops here. Clearly stronger. Queen d2, right? Then bishop f3. It's like, yeah, it's like painting the red for the bull, right? Well, it matters because, first of all, I was on the list of the streamers, so every time I'm streaming and I put the tag in my stream, it would show on lichess.org which streamers are active, right? Which streamers you can listen to. right? And it used to show my name very properly. Yeah, but starting like a week ago, it disappeared. Yeah, there is no such thing anymore. Well, it's about, you know, number of people who can watch me. It's also about the people, you know, who can support me, right? And etc. 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 Yes. Yes, it used to show directly, correct. Also, if I'm not on the list of streamers, that means I cannot take part in the streamers battle. All right, they have the monthly streamers battle, and this way they can avoid to having to invite me to the streamers battle. Right, I was actually invited twice. We played once. Remember, we played 1 month. We played the streamers battle with the 10 streamers and the fans showing up. But then I didn't play for the last couple of ones, I think, because I had some tournaments at the same time. But you have to be a streamer to compete in those events, yeah? So since I'm not now an official Lichess streamer anymore, I cannot compete in those events. Sorry, guys. So bishop a6 is knight d7, right? Well, still knight takes b7, knight takes e5. Yeah, looks advantage, but bishop b3 looks... I think bishop b3 just looks normal. With the idea of a4, a5, just, you know, push the stuff and attack, right? Because black cannot push these pawns, or f pawn, because his e6 pawn is weak. Alright, alright, yeah, okay. The idea for rook e2 is to play bishop c2 to trade this bishop and then start the assault on the b file. Okay, but again, black is very passive. But now black can take and play e5, no? And f6 and be stuck with a weakness though. Yeah, okay, it's a weakness. Yeah, but then queen e4, queen h7, right? So rook e2 first. And then f6, then... oh, queen g3. Alright, yeah, but it's a chance for black. It's a chance for black. Yeah, but this is wrong because of queen e4. Or queen h5, and you attack 2 pawns and you win 1 pawn. So I don't like rook e8. You had to play f6, which is correct move. And now black has to give up a pawn, yeah? Well, the computer plays a6, which is very hard to find. h6 or g6 looks logical. Looks very logical. But a6, the idea behind a6 is to hide the king on a7. Now it's extra pawn, queen h4, e6 is coming, right? And white is much better, because black has no time to block. He should have blocked first, before playing rook d8, but I guess he wanted to double rooks on the d file, but it's now going to cost him, because after h5, e6, this whole structure goes tumbling down after queen f6, attacking these 2 pawns, right? So that looks kind of crazy. Yeah. All right. H5, E6 looks good. Probably rook takes and queen F6, right? Yeah, this looks much better for white, of course. But black is not lost. He is not yet lost. So let's see how things go. Yes, but if you allow white to take the pawn on G6, then he has potentially too many passers here. Queen G6 is correct, followed by queen takes E6 probably. Yeah, and then 3 versus 1. White needs to trade their queens and push the pawns to win. How's he gonna do that? Rook c5, check, and queen e3. Probably that's how. Because black is forced to play queen b6 and to put the queen and rook on the same flank. And then you can start rolling the pawns, basically. So queen e8 check and queen e3 looks very, very natural. This looks very, very natural. You know, the grandmasters, they see, you can see their faces, they seem calm, right? Queen f6, okay. Trying for the rook e8, queen d4, I guess. But I don't know. Oh, rook e7, right? Rook e7, forcing c5. Then maybe queen c4. Queen d5, yeah. Attacking the pawn on h5. Yeah, but this allows check and queen d4 check. Queen d4 immediately with the idea of rook e8. Yeah, that looks very scary. Yeah, I don't like how black played the last couple of moves. Yeah, after this trade, the question is, can white just take here and then push his pawns? I think probably winning. I think that's probably winning. Just taking on c5 and playing g4, I think. Should be winning. And then f4, yeah. So the question, what is Maxim doing here? He wants to attack and play probably... He's going to play probably queen d4. Oh, but this allows mate, right? And queen d7 just resigns. Yeah, just resigns. Correct. Okay. And now we see queen d4. So Carlsen is starting to play a lot of sidelines against Najdorf. The score is 2.5, 3.5 in favor of Maxime Legrave. And I like how Magnus is basically playing all the sidelines to avoid the main line of preparation against Najdorf. How much quality is in these online games compared to the classical games? Well, that's a difficult question. Depends on who is playing, right? If it is a top grandmaster, usually the accuracy is still very, very, very high. So for them, the quality decreases, but you know, you can still blunder like in a classical game, right? So it's debatable. But I would say that in a classical game, for the club player, for the club level player, yeah, the online event, of course, is not really that great. It really messes up with your improvement, right? I think online chess is really bad for your improvement, to be honest, because you need time to think. You need time to to do all those analyses that the top grandmasters do, and then your quality will be high. So queen f4, queen h4, and then bishop goes to e3. Let's see what the black does. Black is actually okay. It's white to move, right? So yeah, so black is doing well. Bishop e6 probably, or a6 I like, and then bishop e6, bishop d6, because I'm not sure white queen on h4 will be that great. Yeah, I think knight d4 probably, or bishop e5. Trying to get rid of this knight is important because he controls so many squares here, attacking white queen. a6 is important to take the square under control, then rook c8, right? And bishop d6, queen somewhere, so knight d4 is played, correct. I like bishop d6, allowing queen h4, but the bishop here is more active than on e7. Improving your bishop is important. All right. Yes, classical chess is important for the improvement. Yeah. All right. Again, yes. So I didn't realize I'm not a streamer on Lichess anymore. That is kind of sad. That's kind of sad. That is kind of sad. But I'm not gonna apply again. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna apply again for the... I'm not gonna apply for the streamership title again. Either they give it back to me, or I'm just gonna, you know, probably go back to chess.com. You sometimes analyze with the 2200 FIDE players. Yes, okay. Okay, d8. Yeah, but this is better for white. I don't understand what happens. So knight d4, he plays rook c8. Yeah, that move I don't like. I think you should allow white to take on c6 so you can take with the pawn. Also, the computer suggestion of bishop d6 and knight e5 looks very strong with the idea of knight g6. Yeah, rook c8 is a mistake because now black is stuck with this isolated pawn, for sure. And queen trade is definitely advantage white. So definitely advantage white. He missed knight e4. What is knight e4 exactly? Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to understand what's going on. Well, the idea is simple, right? You want to play bishop g5 and attack this rook. Yeah, so take, bishop g5, rook d3, then you take this pawn. And what is going on here? I mean, rook d3 has to be played, right? Then you take on c2. What is this position? Да. Я, конечно, не ожидал, что они меня снимут этот... Они сняли с меня этот стример с... Ну, это не да, это уже я уже неделю заметил, что они меня не ставят на личес, да. Не 2 дня. Я не думаю, что это баг, да. Да. Ну, окей. Не, конечно, удивительно просто. Fine. Alright, and he has to find this absolutely mind-boggling bishop b3 move, which is very hard, but it's doable. You can find it. The idea is that after white returns the bishop, you play bishop rook b2 and attack this rook, right? But it's very, very hard to find, guys. Very hard to find. Cool, got a commentary. Thanks, Mr. Pierce. You finished writing? Thank you, the White Knight. See, he didn't see it. Yeah, he didn't see it, and he's stuck playing the position with the pawn down. But yeah, but Magnus is gonna probably win this game, guys. Yes. So just to show you guys again, this was a very important moment, and Black now had to find this absolutely incredible, absolutely mind-boggling, but also the only move, bishop b3, because if White takes this, White cannot attack the bishop, and he cannot protect this bishop, right? And the only way for him to play is probably to play it here, but then after rook b2, Black takes his pawn back because this rook is under attack. Then it's just equal, all right? But Maxim didn't find it in a blitz game. Yeah, you see stuff like this you find in a classical game, right? You know, tactics like this, it can be complicated, but you can find it in a classical game. But in a blitz game, it is not possible, okay? That's the difference, guys, okay? That's the difference between the classical and blitz games. Because in the unobvious tactics, yeah, you're missing those shots. А? Я не слышу, у меня наушники. Sorry. Super FM? Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Hello, Mr. Polpil. Hello, Mr. Polpil. Yeah. Yeah, 4 looks normal, yeah, but he wants to... I'm not sure why... Yeah, but you see, these pawns are disconnected also, right? So that also makes life difficult for black, because king cannot move anywhere pretty much. And white has a free hand. He can play king g3, h4, and go for g5 and take with the f pawn, and then push the h pawn, because see these bishops, they protect the h pawn movements. So we expect h4, g5 followed by f5, or if black takes and f pawn takes and h pawn moves, right? So this should be winning for white. This should be winning for white, and Magnus is cheery. His opening strategy paid off. He got Maxim out of the opening prep. He outplayed him in the middle game. And I don't understand why Maxim went for the trades right in the middle game. And he went for this inferior endgame. That's kind of hard to understand, but okay. Now bishop d5, very, very strong with the idea of g6. But bishop a5 first, now bishop d5. Bishop d5 with the threat of g6. And of course the king moves to f4, followed by h5. And if bishop a5, then... yeah, still not easy to play. Yeah, you have to find moves like bishop f6, for example. It's not easy to play still. The bishop on f6 does several things. It protects the pawn, and it allows the white king to roll here. Yes, I think he just miscalculated. Bishop e1 check, and bishop takes h5. Okay. Now this is starting to look like a draw, to be honest. Yeah, this is starting to look like Magnus gave chances, yeah? Magnus gave chances, but after bishop e1, bishop g3... yeah, but this is draw, because king g7, f6, no? Just draw. What the hell is Magnus doing? f6 is a draw. Bishop c2 and f6, just a draw. What the hell happens? See, Magnus shaking his head. He realized it's just that draw. Because king walks, it's just that draw, guys. My god. My god. Magnus not winning a winning position. Technically winning position. What does it tell you? He's not in good form, guys. He's not in good form. Or he doesn't take this seriously, okay? That's what it means. Yeah, the king arrives to b8, and there is no power in this world that can move black king from the square. And black just moves his bishop. King on b8. That's it, draw game. Yeah. Alright. Oh, we see Rossolimo. Interesting. We see Rossolimo. Yeah, probably. You know, he is what, 30 something? Yeah, he's 30, I guess. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of things on his mind in addition to chess, yeah. I mean, 30 is the kind of age when you start thinking about more serious relationships. Yeah, possibly family, etc., etc. So, Hikaru's also astonished. Well, okay, Hikaru, he is a very good actor. He's a very, very good actor. He was overconfident in the endgame. Yeah, I think he just blundered. He should have given up the pawn on h5 and taken on b3, but yeah, but he missed bishop f6. If he had found bishop f6, he would be much better, yeah. But he would be winning. But he missed that move, so that's all there is to it. Yeah. In fact, with the bishop on f6, you can trade the light squared bishops. If you have this, guys, just a quick take look back, just to explain you this game here. All right. Well, the reason why they made a mistake is that in this game, after bishop a5, if you play bishop f6, right, check, you can even do this because the bishop on f6 is so powerfully placed. Because The h-pawn is going, right? And there is no power on earth that is stopping white king from going and eating this pawn because this bishop is so powerfully placed. And black king has to stop this pawn, right? So this is winning. This is absolutely winning. So black has to play something like bishop c2, but then you get to play h5, and then you're back to bishop d5 or h6, and it's completely winning. All right, so this was winning, yes. All right, and what we have here is the Rossolimo, and white goes this, and allows black to play d5. So this is like a King's Indian reverse, but I think black is doing absolutely fine here. In fact, black is better in the structure because I don't know why white allowed this. I'm not sure about this knight c4. I think h3 makes a lot of more sense to me. And then trying to go for d4, connect your pawns in the center, because this structure is just, again, you see Magnus is playing against the isolated pawn again, and I don't understand what Maxim is doing. He got into worse position with white, very passive, clear weakness. He's going to be fighting for a draw with white. I don't understand this. But okay, so white is now fighting for a draw, which he might or might not make. Okay. Is it uncommon for bishop pairs to go endgames? Yes, it is. It is uncommon. So Magnus wins 90% cases in these endgames. In the classical chess, yes, but this is not classical chess, guys. This is blitz, right? So in the blitz, there is room for error, a bigger room for error than in the classical chess. The Graf never shows his emotions. He plays poker. I think Le Graf plays poker, guys. So let's not underestimate that skill. One of the you know, the basic poker skills you have to master first is to have the poker face, no emotions, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's like the basic skill. Allows bishop d4. Allows bishop d4 and e5, protecting the bishop. I'm not sure. I think bishop d4 just winning a pawn for black, yeah? I mean, white can take and play rook e7, but that rook on e7 will be kind of, I don't know, bishop e6, rook a1 later coming, right? So I'm starting to like this move. Yeah, I'm starting to like this move. Yeah, I think he was planning on taking in rook e7, but after bishop e6, that rook a1 is very, very annoying. Very annoying. Rook e7 is not even in the picture for some reason. Yeah, okay. Oh, he found it. Yeah, and rook a1 is coming. This is gonna be one badass pin, yeah? Probably white has to play rook e6. Yeah, Maxim doesn't like this position. See, he is frowning, right? He realized he made a mistake, yeah. Alright, so he is not completely poker-proof face, yeah? Okay, as a poker player, Mr. Double Nichols, nice to have poker players on our channel. Mr. Double Nichols, supposedly there is a poker chess tournament in Ukraine taking place later this month. Oh, MFL got a degree in math? Really? Cool, I didn't know that. Солнышко, я слышал, да? У Леграва degree в математике, да? Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. That's definitely very cool. Alright, King f8 followed by Rook a1. Very hard to find, guys. Very hard to find. I would probably just play Rook a1 immediately and allow white to play Queen e8 and take on e6, but yeah, but this doesn't look right. Because Queen e6 is the threat, right? Queen e6, he blundered it. Oh my god, Magnus blundered it. He's just too careless. He's just too careless. He just blundered Queen e6. Wow. And now you have to play Queen d5, just draw. Unbelievable. Yeah, Magnus missing moves like Queen c6. With a draw. Yeah, he's not happy. He's not happy. Мистер Иванов, ну, это стрим про шахматы, ну какая диета? Ну, какой... Хотите спросить, какая у меня диета, спросите у моей жены, она следит за всем этим. Это шахматный стрим, ну при чем здесь диета? Пожалуйста. Yep, he is not happy. He lost the majority of his advantage. Yep, looks like a draw, guys. Looks like MFL, yeah. Well, that is true. I eat very, very little meat. I eat very little meat. I eat fish, canned fish. I like canned fish since I was a kid. I actually had a story when I was a kid about the canned fish. My dad thought it was very funny, but you know, because I loved canned fish so much, one day I had like 7 kopecks, which was a lot of money in the 80s. And I bought, on my way to school, I had to go to the school first, and then after the school, I had to travel across the city, to St. Petersburg, to go to the chess club. But but before the chess club, I had to go for the English teacher. Private, I had to go to her place where she would teach me English, and then I had to go to the chess club. So my day started like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I would come back, or I would meet up my father at the chess club around 7 or 8 o'clock at night. All right, so I really wanted canned fish, so I bought canned fish for 7 kopecks, and so I bought it, but then I realized I have to open it. Yes, there is no modern thing, there is no hook where you can open the canned fish thing, and I had no knife, I had nothing, so I picked a stone, right, and I started, you know, just basically going with a stone at it, trying to crack it open. I couldn't, so I picked it up and I went to this teacher, and I didn't want to show her this thing, but I was hungry because I knew she was gonna tell my dad, and he's gonna make fun of me. But she did help me open this canned fish thing, and then she told my dad, and he was laughing very hard. All right, so Queen C6, Bishop D5. I think we all agree that Queen C1 would basically be a draw, right? Queen C1 is basically a draw because then you play Rook D7. But Queen D7 is asking for trouble, and Rook A4 is a very good move. And now Black is back with a serious advantage because Bishop is very strong. Queen is protected, Rook can go to B4, and everything is protected. So it's back to serious problems for Black here, guys. Yeah, so MFL, he realizes he misplayed this part. He misses Queen H4. But okay. But Magnus, he could have taken the pawn, right? And the rook is hanging. Alright, so this is what happens when you have blitz. People making mistakes even at the highest level. Rook E3 is very hard to see. What is the point of Rook B2? Frankly, I don't see it. Why is Rook E3? Rook E8. Rook E8. Rook E8, right? So Rook E2. Rook D4 looks good. Yeah. Advantage Black, again. Queen H3, Rook H4, G5. Yeah, I mean, this position is incredibly difficult to play for White because Black, see, he slowly improves his position. I don't like H6. This is very slow. Queen F4, very strong, but after Rook D2. And this is starting to look like, again, the pawn H5 is weak, but if White can trade these queens and pawns and he'll play 2 versus 3 here, he probably will make a draw. Probably. Okay. What is the opinion of David Anton? David Anton is very, very strong. Very talented, very strong. I haven't seen such talented guy from Spain in a long time. So, yes, one of the best Spanish players for sure. And he looks like Vasily Grav, right? So he's that type of a guy, yeah? Ooh! Okay, this looks like a draw. But we are starting bullets. We're starting bulleting now. The bullet is in the building, guys. And this is a draw because there is no freaking way black can make progress. He's gonna try to win the bishop for the pawn and play rook and bishop, but you know, the rook cut off the black king, so it doesn't look likely. It looks like a draw. And rook goes to g8, preventing king g4, right? So this looks like a draw. Yeah. Rook b8 back. Rook a6, right? Rook a5. Oh, he's just gonna give checks because, you know, the side checks are also good. The side checks are good, and rook a1, right? Bishop f3. Bishop f3 is playable, yeah, why not? And rook a3 back, right? Oh, just trade and bishop d5. King f2. King e3. Yeah, this is draw. King e3, king f4 just draws, yeah. King e3. Yeah. Alright, good defense by Vasily Graf. Good defense by Vasily Graf. Yeah, these guys are playing until naked kings. We like that. So 8 games has been played. Now they're gonna go into a different format. Yeah, good fighting games. The total score is I think it's 4.5 and 3.5 for Maxim Legraf. So he beats Magnus in the first half of the match. The second half is gonna be 3+1, guys. You see it, right? So it's gonna be 3+1, and then it's gonna be bullet. All right, interesting match, gentlemen. Interesting match. I like this. Да, я с Артемием занимался раньше, но это было давно. Это было 3 года назад. Последние 2 года я с ним не занимался. Только в этом году у нас были сборы какие-то, но все, больше ничего не было. You looked up the poker chess tournaments? Cool. Yeah, I think you should just go and play there. John Nan is a doctor of mathematics and doctor of philosophy. Yeah, I have huge respect for Dr. Nan. But, okay, but you want the Frenchman to win, but you have to admit Magnus is crazy in bullets. Well, this is not the kind of tournament where you go all in, right? Remember, guys, how Magnus was running his own tournaments, right? Now, those tournaments, they featured a lot of money, right? This tournament is basically just for fun. And this tournament is intended to show the cooperation between Magnus's chess platform, which is Chess24, which is owned by him, and the cooperation between his platform and Chess.com platform, so they can run events together in the future. So this is like a duopoly in chess. These two platforms, they are basically the only guys in the professional chess world where there are like a ton of players. Lichess cannot be really compared to them, of course, because Lichess is free. It has no resources like these two platforms do, and obviously they have nowhere near close to the membership. I'm very curious about the membership on Chess24. Obviously, Chess.com membership is what, like at least like 50 million or something, right? Chess24 membership is probably maybe, I don't know, 10 million. Just from top of my head, yeah. But Lichess membership is probably, I don't know, like 1 million max. I think that's it. All right, chess politics. Yes, Mr. Mieres, these are, yes, but they're no longer monopoly. Monopoly is when you have one organization controlling the whole market, right? But you know, these guys, they entered into duopoly. That's no longer monopoly, it's called duopoly. When you have two leading guys and they make an agreement between each other, yes, and they cooperate with each other and they dominate the entire market. It's called a duopoly now, all right? Lee Shogi is like 10 players. Lee Shogi? I don't know about Lee Shogi, but Lee Chess. Dillman, how are you? All right, so they have a small break. They playing some games between each other to entertain people, I guess. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, it shows, you see guys, it shows who is streaming and covering this event. It shows Angelica is covering this event and John Spielman is covering this event. Yes, I'm covering this event, but because I am no longer Lee Chess streamer, which I was until basically a week or a few days ago. But I'm no longer Lichess streamer. I've been stripped of that title by Lichess without informing me also. Yeah, so I was like wondering what the hell's going on. But okay, that's their choice, guys. Да, конечно, Артемьев может прогрессировать. Он сейчас играет в чемпионате России, да? I don't know, guy. I don't know, Dillman. They didn't explain. They just basically stripped me of the title very quietly, and I'm no longer showing up anywhere on Lichess. So, yes, but obviously I'm not gonna reply because you know it's not like you know like I need this so badly, yeah. Like I'm still like a very popular chess figure in the world, you know. I think it's the other way around. I think they need more, you know, somebody like me than I need them. But okay. Спасибо, солнышко мое. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get some food a little bit until they start. Alright. Alright, let's see. Have they started yet? No, they haven't started yet. Okay. Well, they thought that I'm pretty bad ambassador because I'm talking a lot of rubbish. I'm calling a lot of suspects. Yeah. But okay, I'm sorry. Alright, guys, so this is my food. This is rice with some soap. With tomato. А как свекла по-английски будет? А? Beetrate? Alright. I'm not sure what свекла is in English, but it's another vegetable. Some green stuff, and that's basically it. Some stats got the last 6-month visits. Lichess 57 million, chess.com 116 million, and chess24 5. Oh, really? So chess24 is like behind Lichess. Interesting. Спасибо. Chess24 is still a baby. I see. Yeah, okay. I see. Okay, so you're correct. Then chess24 is still a baby, yeah. Alright, let's see if they started. What is this? Show begins in... Is this advertising? What is this show? My god. I love the you know, there was a bunch of shows about Robin Hood. Ah, of course. Okay, yeah, figures. All right. They used in the 80s. There was a fantastic British television show about the Robin Hood. It was adapted, and I can never find it again. It was amazing show. They actually showed it on the Russian television, in the Soviet television. It was bloody amazing. But it was like in the 80s. I can't find it, guys. Yes, I hope I will stay on Lichess too. I mean, so it won't show me streamers, but okay, that's fine. I can still use their platform, right? Okay. You think you're talking about this? All right, let's see it. Alright, let's see. Robin Hood TV series. Alright. Mystical beings appointed 2-man successors, legendary or defender of the oppressed. Yeah, there was this also the character from Persia or something. There was an assassin from Persia. It was very impressive. He was fighting with 2 weapons, yeah? Maybe Nazir, yeah? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, Little John. I think you're right. Yeah, I think that was Little John. Sir Guy. Full cast. Abbott, okay. Because I remember the end, the king of the whole England comes, right? Like Richard, and he wants to recruit them for the Crusader Wars. And they sort of celebrate, and he gives them a pardon, but provided they join his army. My God, this is like a huge number of people there. Okay, I'll check it out. Interesting. And when is this? Okay. Have they started yet? No. Yes, and then make someday stream Hand and Brain with your wife. Okay. Your dad showed you when you were a kid? Yes, I'm playing Simul tomorrow, guys. Of course. I do the Simul every week, right? Тренажерный зал нету. Какой тренажерный зал, мистер Иванов? Сейчас все закрыто. Сейчас за ковид везде. Какой тренажерный зал? Все закрыто просто. Okay. Yeah, he's asking if I go to the gym, right? But guys, are the gyms closed everywhere or just here in France? You guys know? People, are the gyms in your countries open or closed? Or anything? Let's see it. Let's see how's the people from closed in Lithuania. I see. Okay. Any other countries closed in Spain also? Yes, gyms. Correct. Yeah, the where you go and to lift stuff, right? To go running. Not everywhere. Where is it open, Mr. Random Moves? Where are you from? Open in Australia? The White Knight. Are you from Australia? My God. Okay. Gregor, Austria closed. Okay. Hi, Giga. Everywhere closed. See, guys. Summer is open. Carlson versus MFL result. They're supposed to start the second part now. Even pubs were closed. Today they're opening? Really? I see. В Нью-Йорке и Москве тренажерные залы работают? Ну, я не знал. In Argentina they're open, but with protocols and limited people. I see. Alright. Alright, guys. We have the 9... Alright, we're starting the second part. Thank you, guys. This is awesome to hear this. Alright, so... Mostly they're closed, yeah? Some selected countries they're open, but with protocols. Okay. H4. Yeah, but, you know, it's amazing how Vasheli Graf now switches to King's Indian, because H4 is not always good everywhere in the King's Indian. It is playable for white. Да, я понял, мистер Иванов. Тут только что сказали, что тоже в Аргентине тоже открыты, но тоже с ограничениями. Alright, Germany will even lock down more. Yeah, that's definitely sounds like a problem, yeah? Okay, 97. We are going for e5 probably, yeah? e5, and then the question is where this bishop is gonna go. It's gonna go to e7 or g7. And again, the question about this pawn on h4 is a very interesting question. What is gonna happen with this? Is white gonna play f3, g4? Is he gonna play knight f3? He's gonna play... Or is he gonna play knight e2? Bishop e2? Well, the idea is to push h5, and now black has a choice to play h5 or to allow it. Bishop e7. Yeah, I like bishop e7 to be honest, but after h5, I think... yeah, because you have to take on h5, I think, and I really don't like that. No, this is ugly. This is ugly. So h5 and then b6 was normal, yeah? Yeah, because in neither of you have structures like h5 and bishop h6, and you try to to trade the bishop. G5 I really don't like, because again, in King's Indian, once the white knight arrives on G3, this F5 square is under control. It's like, forget it. It's like game over, guys. Alright. So the question is, where this knight going? We F3, H2, F1, or bishop E3, and then knight F3, knight D2, right? Because, yeah, advantage white, guys. Advantage white. Advantage white. Question is, how much of an advantage? I think Vasily Graf was thinking about knight G4 here. But then bishop C5 might be actually a big pain in the ass. Yeah, because all those white squares will be really... Oh, what the hell happened? What the hell is he doing? It's just free pawn for white. Okay, see, black gave up the central pawn so he can open his dark squared bishop. Has some room for breathing. But it's a pawn. It's just a pawn. King D1. No, but now it's good for black. Yeah, I don't understand. Oh, he missed that he could play this. Yeah, he missed this. Rook D1. He missed this move. He didn't see it. And the idea is that you play bishop G4 and you win this thing, right? And then if you castle, then you play F3. All right. So Magnus missed this. Magnus missed this tactics, but this is hard to see. And now black is okay actually. I don't like this move. But okay, 98, and now this bishop is very, very strong, yeah? F5 is coming, knight D6 is coming, B6, rook E8, and white king will be quite not safe, yeah? Actually, I like black's position. So king C1, king B1, king A2 looks very normal. Run, Forest, run, but after F5, and knight F6, yes. F5, knight F6, there's potentially weakness. And potentially black wants to open the line diagonal for his... Yeah, but he wants to play knight D6 and F5, yeah? That's why he plays B6. The computer shows F5, knight F6, because computer has no, you know, this memory of a previous move, yeah? And F5 is going to be played anyway. And bishop D3, and computer thinks white is still better. Yeah, this is bloody amazing. Yeah, this is amazing, but he maybe is correct. But I think it's equal. I think it's equal. Black can just play bishop E5, block the whole thing, and just block it, yeah? And just blockade it. Knight E2 has to be played. And compensation, but... Yeah, actually it's easier for black to play this position, right? Bishop goes to G7, opens the files, keep the tension in the center. Yeah, but now white gets this nice knight on E4, which is immovable, yeah? Which is why I wouldn't rush with black taking on E4, because white knight on C3 was much worse than now. Although you have knight H4, yeah? Knight H4. Again, easier to play with black, because of the pair of bishops, because of the initiative. So we have to say that black strategy came out to be okay. You have laggings, right? Okay, churches are open and everything is closed. Okay. The Russian vaccine is quickly arriving. I have no idea what Russian vaccine is. I've never used it. And we are not in Russia anymore. Yeah, I have no idea. There is an American coming, right? Or German coming. So there's a German vaccine that is coming, so that should definitely be okay. Alright, white just missed bishop G4 and bishop B2 tactic. Unbelievable. Now white is better because he's going to put the knight on F5. Or bishop on F5. And he misses it again. Bishop G4 and rook F1. Yeah, but he has to see that after bishop G6... there is simply rook E7. And then bishop takes B2, right? He has to see it. Rook F8 probably, yeah? And just take on F1, just a draw. Yeah, okay, this is just a draw. Black is better. Though the king can arrive. If the king arrives here and gets this pawn on G4, black's probably winning, actually. Yeah, that's why I think king f8 was an accuracy. It should be still a draw. Oh, he missed rook f5 and g4. My god. And black was winning. My god. That was unbelievable. Rook f5 and g4. Looks like very good chance for black. Now is the serious threat, right? g4 and bishop f2. And the threat is rook a5, so black has to force a draw. Alright, it's a draw, yeah? Yeah, but do you see how many chances black had in this game? Yeah, black has so many chances, guys. Yeah, unbelievable. Probably. But you have to survive until that time, right? Alright, so again, with the help of the computer, we see that these guys are making some mistakes. Not a lot of them, but some mistakes and some critical mistakes. But in general, I like the level of the game. They play very high level, guys. Okay. This is definitely not easy to comment. I like this transfer of the queen to d4. Queen is taking a lot of squares under control. Prepares bishop c4. And rook d8 is the only move. And he finds it. The idea is to play queen e5 and put the bishop on c5. But then bishop goes to c5 and black is fine now. Alright, well played by both players. But after bishop c5, black is obviously better, because advanced pawn, right, more active pieces. Rook is already on the d file, so it only castles, and the other rook goes to e8. So looks very good. Yes, Mr. Juan. For example, if I make one draw in 10 games against the computer, I'm very, very happy. I suspect so are other grandmasters as well. Which is why a lot of grandmasters, they practice with the computers at their home. They play against the computers in their homes. All right, they prepare. Because yeah, white cannot castle now because of the knight g4. Potentially, yeah, attacking the weakness, and then e3 or something. So again, why is castling so bad? Actually, it's just castle, yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Bishop f6 is kind of hard to find. And queen c6, bishop d7 looks wrong, because queen attacks the bishop and the queen is hanging, and then bishop f6, you have probably bishop f2 check. And then gf6, right? Okay, so it's interesting. So Vasily Graf is now thinking. I like black's position. He is fully developed. The only thing is the kings, right? And the tactics. If black manages to keep all his pawns alive, the central queen will give him a certain advantage, if at least temporal. So black should be slightly better here, yeah. The pawn structure is worse for black. I disagree. Sometimes these pawns can be weak, but sometimes these pawns can actually fix these 3 pawns. So it depends. The pawn on e4 also depends. It does lock this bishop out, So if white can block it successfully on e3 square without giving up anything, but I don't see how white can do that. So I think this pawn on e4 is actually not that bad. Alright, so we have a forced line. So what the hell happened? He took on c6, bishop d7, queen e4, bishop d4. Oh, he misses queen c5 and queen b6. Why? Because with a pair of bishops on board, white king is way more open than black king, yeah? So I would say it's a small advantage to black. Again, bishop pair, superior king, safer, and more active pieces, yeah? Potentially you can double these pawns, and that will be more problem for white than these pawns. Queen g5. So again, but white has extra pawn, right? So, alright, so rook b8 has to be played probably, and try to attack this formation just to make it draw. Yeah, and now it's just equal. Now it's just equal because rook grabs, knight g5, grab, just equal. And bishop a2 actually, yeah. Alright, still a pair of bishops for black. I would say still maybe slightly better for white, but now rook g4, yeah? Rook g4, the threat of knight e6. Very nice threat, by the way. Very, very nice threat. But h5 is okay. h5, knight e6, king h6, rook f4, bishop e6. Looks very drawish still, yeah? So let's see what they're calculating. King h6 immediately, allows h4, and rook d8. But now after rook f1, white is better for sure. Yes, but g4 and... yeah, this king is under attack, yeah? So g4 looks very strong. Rook f4 allows rook g6. Oh, this loses! This loses to g4. And rook h5, rook h7 is coming. Magnus just misplayed this completely. Yeah, but bishop g6, hello? What if bishop g6, then what? Hello? Just exchange? Oh, he didn't take the bishop. What the hell? What the hell happened? Why didn't he take the bishop? Oh, he just blundered anyway. Alright, Magnus just blundered. Yeah, he's not happy. Yeah, he's not happy. Yeah. And the score becomes +2 for Legrave, yeah? So Maxim is demonstrating very good chess. We're going to another game like this. You dial the strength down? Okay, yes, that's not bad. That's not bad. You should do that with the engine. Yeah, but that was incredible, of course. Knight d4 is the preparation, right? But I don't know what is this. I think it's just pawn up for white. I think Maxim realizes that he is playing better chess than Magnus right now, so he is being very bold. Yeah. And long castling and... oh, rook d1. I don't like rook d1. I thought long castling was necessary. So white wants to still castle here, but with pawn h4, I don't think that's an option. I don't like rook d1. Doesn't look right. This is definitely not a good move either. Rook b8 is very hard to find though. Rook b8 is very hard to find, but okay. Now bishop b5, very important, right? Tempo. And castles, right? And this pawn is weak. So white's gonna grab this pawn. If he manages to grab this pawn and castle, then he'll have 4 versus 3 here. Actually, maybe more, because this pawn is hanging, right? So it's a big advantage for white. Maxim realizes he misplayed it. He misplayed this position. White is winning. Too many pawns for white, guys. Too many pawns. Bishop b7. Nice try, but I don't believe it. Just castles. Maybe even take on t5, yeah? Yeah, just take on t5, actually. And then if knight takes, bishop takes, then castles. Just wins. I mean, the computer line taking knight b5, knight d6 also looks very strong. With the idea of winning something here. Yeah, but also fe4. Yeah. Yeah, but see what happened? The black now sort of opened his bishop a little bit. That's why I like the ed5 on the first line. He was probably afraid of queen f4. But then knight e4, of course. Knight e4, bishop f4, knight d2, king d2, and white is winning, yeah? So I'm not sure what he was afraid of. He should have taken on t5. But this is winning also. So queen g3 looks natural, right? Forces white to play queen f2, protect this pawn, and get this queen out of g3. He played queen c6. But yeah, queen b4, the bishop is hanging, and knight e4 attacking the rook, right? So white is completely winning. Yeah, this is the position which the world champion should win with his eyes closed. Yeah. This is the type of position that the world champion usually wins with his eyes closed. 2 pawns, 1 pawn extra exchange. Even rook fe1, right? Why not? Rook f2, rook c1 looks okay. Yeah, rook f2 is probably the strongest, but again, he might see some ghosts here. Queen d1 check, but because the queen protects and rook protects the square, there is no check with the knight. But he wants to be sure, yeah? Magnus just wants to be absolutely sure. And let's see what he plays. Let's see what he finds. I think it will be rook e1, yeah? To make sure. The first, yeah, rook e1. See, guys, I told you, he plays very, very solid chess, right? Momentum is important, right? Yes, queen a6. And the idea is after bishop d4, there is knight f6 check, which is very, very important. So, but right now it's check on queen c3, which just wins immediately. Probably. Because it forces the attack on the queen and the knight. And a queen b6, king h1, okay, knight f5. Oh, he missed knight g3 check, but is it that really important? I don't think so. Yeah, check, queen d4, rook e2, rook d2, right? Yeah, maybe check on queen c2, that also looks okay. Or queen e2 and a queen h2. Then just queen d1. Attacking everything. Queen d2, if check, king here. If queen g2, king d3, important. Attacking the bishop and the queen, right? So forces the queen trade. And then white should be winning this. Because if bishop takes on b2, white will take and play rook e7. And go after this pawn and probably win this pawn because the bishop has no squares. So let's see what happens. Queen h1, probably the trades are forced. Yeah, he has to trade the queens. Trade and take on b2, and then trade take. Oh, bishop f2. But now queen f4 mate, yeah? Queen f4, queen f1, king d2, just mates. Yeah, there is no defense against this mate. And probably black resigns. Yeah, probably resigns. Yeah, very, very strong showing by Magnus. Yeah, black resigns. Very strong game. Alright, and they started playing the next game. Yeah, it was a good game, guys. It's fantastic, yeah? See what happens sometimes when you give up too much material. And you don't play accurately. You have to be very, very accurate. Especially when you give up material. Well, this is not pure rare. This is sort of rare. Because white pawn is on d3, and there is no h3, right? Okay. I don't know, looks equal to me. Looks like black has no problems. He's gonna play g6 and bishop f8 or something. White needs to be more active. Knight on e6 is perfectly placed. Yeah, taking a quick bite while they do strategizing in this game. I think g6 or c5 will be probably played. Small advantage to white because he controls the only a file here. Yeah. But, you know, black has no weaknesses. Maybe c6, you know, to make sure the pawns are connected. The bishop goes to f8, then g6. Although rook a7 is kind of unpleasant, so maybe c5 still. Oh, queen c6 and rook a8. I like this, yeah. I think this equalizes immediately. Yeah, this looks like immediate equality. Yeah, I know. I'm a lousy eater. Okay. Sacrifice your opponent's pieces. Yeah, but I like black position now better because the knight is... This knight is really well placed. And black will play c6 and take control of this square, but knight c5 is now attacking, yeah? Black can play h6 and bishop g5, for example, try to trade this guy. Preventing entrances, right? Preparing c6. But I think h6 and bishop g5, probably more to the point, trying to... Yeah, I think black should be more active and try to exchange this bishop. Yeah, black is completely fine. I think black is actually better here. So I would say that white needs to start thinking about the draw. Because he might be worse here, alright? Knight e2, queen c2 or something. It's a good time to start thinking about draw. Yeah, that was yummy. Okay. Queen c2, knight f3, right? Maybe even queen b. Oh, queen b1, bishop d2. So that's bad. All right, h4. Yeah, advantage black. Yeah, the bishop can go to b6, knight e6, and white overpressed. He has to be very careful. Bishop a5 now. And the threat is taking and queen b1, so knight f3 is impossible because you take, and queen b1. Knight e1, knight d3 wins the pawn. Yeah, but you lose the pawn now. Ah, no, but this is bad. Yeah, queen d3, queen a5. Maybe the queen is active, but okay, come on. h6. Okay, queen a8, queen c6, but still. Yeah, see, advantage, you see, it's minus 2.4 for black, yeah? It's winning for black. I told you, you have to be careful. You have to smell that moment when you are over pushing, yeah? And you have to realize you're worse. You have to start playing for a draw. Because, you know, you can lose with white, yeah? I mean, how many of you guys played white with trying really, really hard to play for a win, and then you realize, you know, you're worse, yeah? I mean, that happened to me many times. So now I'm experienced. I know that sometimes draw is better than losing, yeah? It's much better than losing, because now black is just winning. I mean, if Magnus doesn't win this... Oh! He allowed c5. Alright, this is gonna be a draw now. This is gonna be a draw because he missed it after queen d5. White does the check first, and then he plays cd6. Alright, that's what he missed. And now this is very likely a draw, because of queen a5 check coming. So queen c5, and it's 4 versus 3. My god, Magnus misses a chance to win again. Yeah, he missed a chance to win again. Oh, and Vasily Graf blundered. Unbelievable, he blundered in one move. He blundered. My god. He just blundered in one move. Jesus Christ. Now it's okay again, yeah? Alright, hold on a second. F4, F6, of course, winning. Yeah, you guys see it. Yeah, everyone sees that you can just win the knight. Instead, he played this. And now it's a draw. What? What the hell? Oh my god, do you guys see that, yeah? You guys see that? Holy shit. Holy crap. Wow! Wow! Magnus! Putting queen on g6 and blundering. Knight takes g6. Holy shit, guys. Holy crap. He just hung his queen. Super GM not only loses, but he hangs his own queen. Holy crap, guys. How much these guys are playing for? It's not about the how much. It's about the... Yeah. So Magnus is losing like a total of 2 points, yeah? He was completely winning this position. Now it's a draw. He is completely winning after f6 and winning the knight. Instead he goes for the attack. And white finds the queen c6 defense and queen f3. And white has managed to make a draw now. Yeah, this is a very resilient play by Maxim Le Graf, to be honest. I'm very impressed. Very, very impressed. And so they're playing the same line again, right? And 95. Okay, let's see what's going on. To be honest, I don't understand this line. I don't see compensation. But maybe because... well, I see compensation, but I don't believe in it. Yeah, I think... think black should be maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't know. This is very complex. If black managed to put bishop e6, queen a5, rook b8, maybe c5, yeah, he definitely should have some compensation. I'm not sure about this castling now. I like this bishop e2 f4 approach. You know, trying to be more positional. This time he castled, but queen c2 is inhuman. Okay. What if white plays f4 here? The idea is that you cannot take this pawn, because take, right? And queen d4 check, you win the piece. But if f4, I suspect black will play c5 here. And force the bishop out. And then bishop has to go to e3. Oh, he played bishop f2. Why did he... Oh, he took. Queen f2. And queen c8 is basically the only move. Otherwise, white just plays f5 and wins. It's still exactly what white is going to do. And now maybe bishop d3 or knight d5. What the hell happened? Why did you play knight d5 here? It's the first line though, yeah. All right, I don't understand chess. Sometimes I don't understand chess. I don't understand chess sometimes. Yes, that's true. All right, and this looks slightly better for white. Yes. And then bishop c4, g3, rook f1, rook goes to f5, right? And you sort of win these pawns. So that does look kind of good, but black has a lot of pawns, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So white is actually down a pawn. Potentially black will play e3, e4, put the bishop on d4, and if he can connect these pawns together, with the bishop on d4, black will be better. So we're looking some e3, e4, bishop d4, and I think black is better. I think black is better, gentlemen. So buckle up your... buckle up and find a draw now for white. Alright, stay cool, guys. It was a mouse slip. You think it was a mouse slip? I don't think it was a mouse slip, Mr. Punctiliferant. I think he really wanted to play queen f5 or something, but... oh, it could be, yes, it could be, but... yes, I think you're right. I think it's a mouse slip. Yeah, because queen G... there's no reason to play queen g6 when your knight is hanging on e3. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah, I agree. Probably he wanted to play queen c2, but then the mouse went all the way to g6, yeah? And after bishop b2 f5, black is better. After bishop takes b2 and f5, black is better, gentlemen. And the question is, can white make a draw here? And I think he can. But it is kind of... yeah, queen f5, g4, correct. Advantage white, yeah, because the knight on e3 is hanging. So, so maybe queen... yeah, but he could have made a draw anyway, right? He could have played queen basically to b3, queen e1. I mean... queen e1, queen e4 check though, right? So queen b3 looks like normal. Rook d5 is correct, and rook b3, and Magnus finds the best defense for white. And rook b3, right? Right. And see, white managed to get his rook to d5, which is very, very important. If the rook was on d1, black would be seriously better, but now this rook sort of protects the pawn. And this is a draw. This is a draw, but there's always a but, gentlemen. There's always a but. And I think it's just take, and king e7, give up, bishop e6, bishop e5, bishop f5, or b4. Yeah, but you have to play king e7, man. Or bishop e5. Oh, but wait a minute. Now white is better, no? c6? Come on. There is no fucking way you allow pawns like that to connect, man. There is no freaking way you allow white to do this. Because just winning just much better for white now. You have to play bishop c7, but then rook b5, rook here. And there is no bishop b6 because rook takes on c7. Probably still a draw. Probably still a draw, but king e7 now is the only move. And rook f8, right? You have to play rook f8. Right, but white is still better here. King d6. King d6, you know you want it, you know it. Come on, King d6, you gotta play it. And he finds it, and very good. Nerves, yeah, Vasily Graf got nerves of steel, guys. You see how many lost positions he saved today? He even managed to win one game today. Yeah, this is bloody amazing. And now we have Rook f6, yeah. But then Rook b5 check, King a6, Rook c5. And Rook f6. Ah, this pawn is on the wrong color. All black has to do is to trade the rooks and put the king in the corner and give up the bishop for this pawn, and it's just a draw. Oh, Magnus just outcalculated because h7, and black can never put the king in the corner. Yes, winning for white, guys. This is winning for white. This is winning for white. Question is, how do you win this? You have to be precise. Wait, is it really winning? Yeah, it should be winning because you grab this pawn, right? Yeah, it is winning. It is winning, guys. It is winning. The king comes and wins the bishop, and Magnus wins this game. Yeah, fantastic performance by the world champion. He still got it, guys. King d6, king e6, king f7 wins. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and what was the cause of this loss? I will tell you. The cause of this loss was this absolutely terrible move. Rook d8. Alright, that was the cause of his loss. Because if he plays something else, king e7, and if you play b4, then you don't lose this pawn on f5. And you sort of, you're just in time to block this bishop pawn, and these pawns are coming, okay? So this is equal. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, yeah? It's not easy to see the difference. I mean, it looks very same. It looks the same, but it's not exactly the same because he has this move. But I'm very surprised that he lost this. I thought it was a draw. So this was a bad move, yeah? This was the culprit. Alright. Alright, finally we have something different. We have Caro-Kann, which is this line, which is crazy line. I think this is the main line of this line. Whose move is this? Is black to move? Black is actually better. What? No, white is better. Yeah, okay. Why he played Rook d8? He was trying to block it. It's your instinct. Yeah, sometimes a lot of top players, they play with their instinct, which tells them which move is correct. And this time the instinct got it wrong. Yeah, blocking the pawn was wrong with the rook. Yeah, it was kind of very strange though. Yeah, it was very strange. Yeah, the stranger thing is he allowed b4 and bc5 to happen in the first place because he took the rook on b3. He should have probably played king e7, and then he'd be fine. And just trade the pawn, f pawn for the d pawn, and just draw. Alright, this is preparation, guys. This is preparation. This is advantage white. Because I don't think black king can castle, because there's so many things happening here. I do not like bishop d3. I could be wrong, but now castling seems possible. What is the difference between rook e1? Makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Yeah, but now black is better. Now black is better, but not by much, yeah? Because this bishop sort of pinned. You really need this bishop on b7. But if you have to play this lousy move, then queen e4 forces f5. Because of g6, then bishop goes to h6, right? And after f5, queen has to go back to e2, and then b4, you trade the bishop pair, and it's equal. But then you have to watch out for knight c4. So maybe rook e8 first, correct. Rook e8 first, protect the pawn, and prepare b4. trading the bishops. What do you think about pan of attack in Caro-Kann? Interesting. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's hard to be precise with 30 seconds. I agree. I agree, guys. I completely agree. Very, very difficult. So the question is, black wants to trade the bishops and leave the knight, superior knight versus the bishop. But with the pawn on f5 and the queen on e5, guys, you have to understand this queen is very, very strong. Very strong. It does so many things, right? It attacks, it's doing so many things. Even though white pawn is isolated, but with the queen on e5 and the weakness on e6, you know, this is pretty good for white. Because white is just going to go rook c1, rook c5, double on the c file, potential rook c6, infiltration, right? Attack the pawns, and start looking at the king at the queen side. So rook g6, f3, b4 probably should be played, but it is advantage to white, slight advantage, very close to nothing though. Yeah, very, very close to nothing, I agree. Alright, so grab, a b4. Grab, but now bishop b4 is possible, yes? Bishop b4, queen b8 check, and queen takes b4. Yeah, advantage white. Advantage white. Advantage white. And what to do with this bishop now? Where to put this bishop? It's always a big problem. It's always a big problem. Ideally, you want this bishop on e5, but not so easy to do that. So check. And bishop d6, the idea of bishop e5, but rook on g6 is well placed. And bishop on e5, I don't know, guys. The bishop on e5, the problem with the bishop is that he doesn't help to move this pawn. Although now it looks, yeah, it still looks equal, yeah? Queen b7. Queen d6 probably, attack this pawn, right? And queen a3, keep the pawn. Because if you trade on b7, then definitely black is okay. Black might be even better. So you need to keep the queens on board. Queen a3. Oh, but now you trade. Now you trade because you have this pawn is coming. Oh, you trade this thing without thinking. You gotta trade this, yeah. Because rook goes to c6 and attacks this pawn. And advantage to white, because now black has no rook b7, right? Because you have rook c6 attacking this pawn. And it's advantage white. Because with rook on e7, it cannot attack this pawn, but now b4 sometimes possible. King h2, g3, king h2 maybe, some general moves, right? Yeah, g5. Probably okay, but this is equal. I'm not sure about this. I think black is trying to play rook b7, force the trade, so he can play rook b7 now. Rook b3 check, right, and then take this pawn. With the idea of rook b8. Yeah, rook b8, rook g8. I kind of like rook b8 first and then rook g8. No, but this is nothing. Rook takes b2, just draw. Alright, so they want probably to make a draw. Just rook g7, king h4, yeah, it looks like a draw. Yeah, everything's protected. Guys, in the endgame, you see how these grandmasters play? They try to have everything protected. The pawn protects the bishop protects the rook protects the pawn, right? See how the grandmasters play? Make a note of this. This is how you play. You want to play in the endgames. You want to have everything protected at all times. Okay. Yes. So this is how you play your endgames. This is very, very important. But now black is lost. What the hell did he do? Because he takes on d4. This is a losing endgame. What the hell happened, man? It's just lost. g3 check. g3 wins. And rook e4. And g4, right? Oh, bishop e5. Bishop e5 is very, very strong. Bishop e5 is much stronger. Cuts off the knight. Protects the pawns. And this king is cut along the fourth line. So you just basically go g5. King g4 and king e2. And king e1. King d2, right? So just a draw. So black just lost. Check on g6. Yeah. Very good technique by Maxim. G7. Check and queen, right? So let's see this. Magnus knows he's lost. Magnus knows he's lost. Yeah, he should resign. Yeah, he will resign this. Yes, he did. Alright, good job. Alright, so he plays bishop c4 line again. Remember, guys, how I championed this line in the Sicilian? I like this line in the Sicilian. Basically, it's like reverse English. Then you play h3. It's like Spanish game, right? I'm surprised that Magnus plays this line because I play it all the time with white. I think it's very decent. Yeah, he plays this exactly like how I play. Bishop f4 with idea of queen d2, and then h6 probably has to be played. But now knight d5, and you get sort of a Spanish structure. And then c3, h4, king h8, right? 97. Okay, correct. Yeah, so it's probably nothing for white. Knight d2, f3, knight f1, probably 93, going to the second guy. Yeah, this looks like nothing for whites. I think he should have played knight d2 actually first, and put the second knight to e3 and to d5. But okay. Now, yeah. All right. I had the game against Aronian from the 2011 World Team Championship tournament in China, and I actually beat him in that game. That was one of the rare wins I had over Aronian in a classical game. And it was especially important because it was a team event, right? It was a fantastic game. I covered in my book. Fantastic game. I would strongly advise you guys to look at it, take a look at it, because some of the themes are very, very important. And okay, even though, you know, white is not, I don't like this. And yeah, but still very solid position for white, because again, knight and queen, very strong. Queen b3, correct. Potentially knight goes to a3 maybe. Knight c4 looks good. Actually, probably even better than knight b1. But I don't know, h4, knight f3, just chill, you know. You know, point 6 is nothing for, not a big advantage. Yeah, so he's doing knight b1, okay. And knight goes to a3, trying to force black to play b4. And you put your knight here. And you basically play against this bishop, which can be bad, but the bishop is trying to get good, yeah? And now c4 is very strong with the idea of knight b5, actually. I like c4. And he finds it. And white actually might be getting better. White might be getting better, guys. Guys, they're both playing fantastic chess. Fantastic chess, yeah? Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Cedric. But now white is better, right? King e2, rook a1. See, Maxim, he misplayed this part. And this is where, in this technical endgame, this is where Magnus is stronger, yeah? This is e4, looks correct. You're trying to undermine this knight support, right? So gotta take king c2, and then b3. That's the only way for white to play this. I don't see any other way. And it's probably still a draw, but... And king d2, right? King d2, rook c1, rook c3. Which one it will be? King d2 and b3, which is classical way of playing this. This is a classical way of playing this position. And rook b7, right? And then rook a1. Or rook e1. Rook e1, attack this pawn, of course. Of course you attack this pawn. Then after king f5... yes, but now king g5 and rook f7, you know, black is counter-attacking this pawn. So that's why you need this rook on e1, actually. But now king d2 is back, yeah? King d2 is going back. And king e3. And still... Yeah, see how king goes that way and then it goes back to e2? This is the skill. And white is better. You see the evaluation? Because this knight is better than the bishop. And that's it. King e3, advantage white. King e3, advantage white, because the rook is active, this pawn is weak, and the bishop is passive. So let's see if he finds king e3. He didn't find it. And rook a3 with idea of b3. Rook a3, check maybe, and then b3 protecting this knight. Very, very important. Yeah, you have to play rook a3, I think. That's the only way. Of course, after rook b4, b3, the rook kind of stuck is on a3, right? But still some advantage to white. If white can trade these rooks, he might be having a really good position. Not easy. Not easy at all. Alright. King back to d2. Rook back to b7. Rook a8, correct. And the question with this bishop now, right? Because if bishop goes to e7, it blocks the rook from reaching f7 square. And now black... and now g4, yeah, g4. Interesting. I kind of like rook a4 with the idea of knight e3, sometimes attacking this. Oh, no, he missed knight a5. He blundered knight a5, guys. He blundered knight a5. White is winning after knight a5. Will he find knight a5? Because rook e4 is winning. Will he find... Oh, he didn't find knight a5, guys. He did not find it. Oh, my God. I can't believe Magnus didn't find knight a5. Right? I can't believe Magnus didn't find knight a5, knight c6, and rook takes e4. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But still, big advantage, yeah? Again, rook a4 and knight a5, right? Rook a4, knight d2, actually. Big advantage for white. Well, he's probably looking at knight d6, which is also advantage, but... yeah, this is the part of the game where Magnus is the strongest in the world. Alright, Giga, thank you for the cheering, sir. This is the part of the game where Magnus is the strongest, but even he does not see everything. That leaves us hope. Yeah, rook e6. Rook e6, trading the pawn. And black is stuck in a miserable endgame, gentlemen. Maybe he can defend it, but I wouldn't count on it. Rook g4, f4 sometimes. I like g4. Rook e3, a little bit passive, allows rook f5, forcing f3. Which is why I think g4 was more accurate, because you're going for f4, right? Because after rook f5, if you play f3, then your pawn formation is nullified, yeah? You cannot make a passer. And now your rook is passive. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. But now it's rook d4. And rook d5. Yeah, this still looks equal. Still looks very equal. With idea of f4, yeah? Oh, but white king managed to get there. Rook e4 and f4 now. Oh my god, black misplayed it. After f4, yeah, white might be close to winning, guys. This is very close to winning, because white now gets to this pawn on h4. So Maxim misplayed it. Maxim has misplayed it. But still looks like a draw, because black finds this rook g5, counter-attacking this pawn, yeah? Okay. And this looks like a draw after rook g5, yeah. Okay, so this does look like a draw. But not anymore. Not anymore. This looks like a win now, because of the rook h... Yeah, this looks like a win, guys. King c4 and rook g4 is winning. My god, rook endgames. Notoriously hard. Notoriously hard. Rook h8 check. Correct. And check and take on c5, and black loses. Black loses the endgame. He loses this endgame, guys. He loses this endgame. Wow. He lost the equal endgame, gentlemen. I told you. I told you guys, this is the stuff where their differences are. Magnus is the strongest in the world in this kind of position, and Maxim, he needs to learn how to defend those positions. Yeah, I mean, those are very unpleasant. I don't know if I can make a draw against Carlsen in such position versus black. I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's very, very hard. Very hard, especially in a blitz time like this. So we finally go for the Berlin. The total score right now is 7 and 8. There is less than 3 minutes remaining for this match part. So hopefully they played. Oh, okay. So I think after this game they will be switching to the bullet. And I think I'm gonna take a break with the bullet because I don't understand bullets. Okay. So I'll probably not commentate on the bullets. All right. So b3 bishop b2 is the old line. The idea is that sometimes you want to put this knight on f6. Your black plays g5 and keep this bishop open. So the knight goes to f4, h5. You want to play g4, force black to play g5, and then your knight goes back to f6, and you try to use this bishop to stop these pawns and push your pawns, right? So again, it's a huge theory here. I'm not sure if it's a good idea for Magnus to play this as black. I think Le Graf plays this Berlin all the time, so Le Graf knows Berlin better. But who am I to criticize him, right? Again, moving the rook from this diagonal before you play g5 so you don't miss e6, right? And this rook is well placed, prevents e6. But I don't know, guys, this is a strange position. Knight g6 I like, but after knight h5, white is ready to play g4. So I don't know, knight d3, okay, but if bishop f5 now, then knight e4 has to be played, right? But then black plays c4 and rook c6. Alright, this line looks pretty good for black, I think. Because now these pawns are all weak. So let's see what happens. So let's see if Maxim plays c4, which I think is a great move. But maybe he disagrees. I think c4 is basically forced. And it's been played, right? Alright, c5. But, you know, now white pawns are weak. If rook gets to this square, it will be attacking absolutely everything in the white structure. Everything. Yeah, you don't probably want... You probably don't want... Okay, the idea is rook c4 is met by bishop f2, right? So I think black is doing fine now. Yeah, black is doing okay. So the computer agrees, and again, the rook is really well placed on c6. But this is bad move. This is bad move. Not because of this. This now allows rook g4, rook g7. I really don't like this. You guys have to watch out for these tricks. f5 and then bishop d6 looks like a better move. Right, but okay. Let's not criticize these guys. Oh, he blundered bishop a3, my god. Magnus blundered bishop a3. He blunders bishop a3. Yeah, Magnus no longer smiling, yeah? He is not happy. He is not happy at all. He is lost. Black is lost. Black is completely lost. Yeah, he is playing, but just pure h4, right? But yeah, he's playing, but he's completely lost. He knows it. He knows he's completely lost. He's just inertia. King g2. Rook h1, grab the pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Bishop for 2 pawns. Should not be enough. But okay, he's counting on his endgame skills, which are considerable, of course, but personally I don't think that's nowhere near enough compensation. If white can grab this pawn and push this g-pawn, I'm not sure if Magnus should have traded that stuff, but okay. Rook e5, b5, come on, b5. Ah, but then rook e6, rook b6, right? But if e5, then rook h4, and then... Yeah, but okay. Why not bishop f4? Because this, and then b5. King d3. You need to leave this pawn. Okay, this is how you win. Then you grab, right? Rook h5. And rook e5, bishop d4, g4, rook c5, right? Oh, bishop d2? Maybe. Bishop d2, rook f2, bishop a5, king b6, bishop c3, looks like winning. But maybe he wants to play f4 and bishop d4, but I really doubt it. Actually, this is, yeah, this is completely winning. So, yeah, rook c5 is the cleanest way to play this, just to bring the rook back and go after this pawn. Because white has extra bishop and these pawns, right? So rook c5 looks the cleanest. Let's see what he's thinking. Oh, he resigned. Yeah, he resigned. All right, guys. So this part of the match, Maxim is leading with 9-7, and there are only bullets left. I think they have half an hour of bullet play. Yes, thank you, Cedric. Alright, guys, so the last part is the bullets. I don't think I'm gonna cover it, okay, because it's gonna be just too fast. I'm too old for that shit. So hopefully you can enjoy some of the commentary of the bullet. There are some, I think Nakamura is the strongest bullet player in the world. So I would recommend his commentary on the bullet portion of this match, okay? Just as a professional, you know, professional objective opinion, okay? Because bullet chess is completely different, guys. It's not blitz. It has its own rules. It has its own concepts, and the importance of what is important, the sequence, right? The material, the timing management is completely different. It's completely different. And I think Naka is one of the best players in the world who understands bullet perfectly. All right, guys. Any predictions of the match? I hope Vasily Grav, you know, manages to hold his advantage in the bullets. I hope so, because Magnus is very, very strong in bullet, guys. I don't think... I just hope that, you know, Vashyr does not lose the match, yeah, in bullet. But I have my doubts, okay? Gregor, thank you for the cheering, man. Thank you so much. So hopefully, guys, you enjoyed my commentary, and I'm gonna I'm gonna raid. All right, let's go and raid Nakamura, right? Let's go raid Nakamura, so I'm not being just verbose, and I prove that I'm trying to be objective, and we're gonna raid Nakamura. So you can learn from the bullet portion of this section, okay?
Make sure also to give out a follow to Anachess as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Who do I think is favorite? I mean, Maxime has to be the favorite because he's up by 2 games. But again, it's bullet. Anything can happen. I would say that based on the stylistically, I think the way that Maxime has played so far, he probably, I mean, his style is very well suited for bullet, I think. Thank you to Sahia v. Britannia for the Prime, Shlomo Dog for the Tier 1. Thank you so much, appreciate it. So what I would say is I think in general it's most, I think Maxime is in the driver's seat, but again, this first game is going to be super critical. Thank you to D. Stevens for the Tier 1, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, all your prep was for Nod Hay. Look, it's not over. Long way to go. Thank you to Rabid Corgis for the Tier 1. Thank you so much, appreciate it.
Sure.
How do I feel about Levy's betrayal? How did Levy betray me exactly? Thank you to J Store and Caring for the Prime. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The score is currently 9-7. So Maxime has won both portions, 4.5 to 3.5.
Я сделал рейд на Камуре.
And so he's up by 2 games. So we head into
Пока ничего от него. Никаких стандартных спасибо, ничего.
Did my car arrive? No, it didn't.
А?
Check my
Он заметил тех, кто ему делали subscriptions. Да, как можно рейд не заметить? Но если он замечает и читает, кто ему делает subscriptions.
Ну, конечно, то, что нам пролечить, это непостижимо.
Yeah, nothing. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you to Vampire for the tier 1 Sideways Knight for the Prime. Thank you to just storing and caring for the Prime again. Thank you so much. Thank you to Biok for the 777. Yeah, we have 10,000 subs as well. Thank you so much to everybody for all the love. You guys are incredible. Thank you. Yeah. Next game will be starting in, I believe, like 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not sure exactly how long, but pretty soon. No, Maxime has played great chess. Will you beat MB on the final? I mean, you guys, if I could predict the future, I knew what the future held, then I'm pretty sure I would just go and win the lottery every time it's $1 billion, and I would run the world. So, yeah, that's not how it works. Anyway. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. I have yellow teeth. I drink a lot of caffeine during the stream, so it's not shocking. Need a Rain Man for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mattis VB, for the Prime as well. Thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mattis VB.
Так, поэтому я их не рейдую, потому что они вообще ничего не говорят.